Well, a conducted energy device is a wonderful tool for law enforcement if used properly. Having been hit with one, I can tell you it's very painful. It takes away your muscle control. If used properly, and when officers are trained to cuff someone under power, if they're trained to reevaluate once they've used it to see if it's really effective and what's next. Again, it's a innovation in law enforcement that is really a positive one to reduce injuries to officers and to suspects. Now the problem comes in when these devices are used improperly, when they're used to punish someone, when they're used when they don't have to. And the research that we conducted that was funded by the National Institute of Justice showed that in many cases we have some very lazy officers out there who go to their taser far too early in an encounter and far too often. And I think that's what gets the attention of the advocacy groups. It's the deaths that are associated with the use of a CED that get the attention of these groups. And that's what has to be stopped. I think, again, that it's a great tool. How do you use it properly? Well, you use it when nothing else is going to work. You use it when you have obviously as an alternative to deadly force, but even to fend off a threat of active aggression. And I think that becomes a very important tool to do so. But officers have to understand that when you use this tool, people will fall down, people will injure themselves, and it's got to be used against a limited number of people and a limited number of circumstances. And what our research showed that it was used too often. And I think that's a training and a supervision and, again, an accountability issue. I'm assuming they knew when they could use it and just went to it because it was easier. Went to it because they didn't want to get their hands on someone. And you know, I hear the argument all the time, well, we had no option, this is all we could do. But it makes me think, well, what did they do before a taser? Would this person not have been a good police officer because he didn't want to have hands on, he didn't want to grab this person and maybe wrestle with them? That's what they all did prior to the use of a CED.